Hola amigas, my name's Nia-Grace and I'm from Memphis, Tennessee. I go to the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga and I'm going to be taking over the AIFS Instagram page today from Barcelona, Spain. So come along with me for a day in my life. Okay, hey everyone. We're at the 𝗟𝗘𝗧'𝗦 on a class field trip, but I just got this question, so I figured I would answer it. I currently stay in a homestay, and I have 2 roommates. I really like it. Like, it's not bad at all. It's just definitely different. So I think it just depends on the type of person, but I stay in a homestay. I have friends that have apartments. It just kind of like depends on your preferences and what you want to do and what you want to get out of the experience. Okay, so this one kind of goes off my last question, but I can definitely go into like a little bit more detail about the host family and how that works, because that is what I stay in. So at the beginning they give you a little questionnaire and you fill out food preferences, likes, dislikes, and then they'll match you accordingly. So my host mom, her name's Rosa. I can put a picture of her. She's super sweet, super cool. I like her a lot. She makes food that I like. We hang out, stuff like that. So that's kind of what I wanted out of it, and my Spanish has improved a ton. I came here barely knowing any Spanish, and me and her can pretty much have pretty like fluid conversations. So yeah, it just depends on you. I have friends, love their apartments. They have about 4 roommates. They have bathroom, kitchen. You just have to get your own groceries and stuff. And like I think that's a little bit more of an independence thing. So they really seem to like that. So I think either are great options, just whatever you think for you. Okay, hey everyone, I got this question. Is class hard? How long are classes? And can you choose what to study? So for the most part, it just kind of depends. So I take an economics and then an art class. So I guess kind of similar to the US, econ is like not the easiest. So it's not the easiest, but it's not difficult by any means. Both classes are 2 hours apiece. And yes, you can choose what to study. So I actually needed both of those classes for my major. So those are the 2 that I took. My program had classes like architecture, photography, Spanish. Like you could pretty much take whatever you wanted to take, but those are the 2 classes that I needed for my major, which is political science. So this is something that I was super curious about when I first came abroad, and that's how hard is it to navigate the metro and other public transportation. So for one, we do use the metro. There's also bus systems that are included with our monthly metro pass, and there is an app. We usually just use Google Maps or stuff like that. Google Maps or the one on your iPhone works as well. I'm not super directionally challenged. Directions are very difficult for me, but I will admit that the metro is pretty simple for the most part. As long as you read exactly what it says on Google Maps, it'll tell you exactly what stop to get off on, what direction to walk. I would say if y'all are familiar with the New York subway system, it's a million times more simple than New York. But since it is still like a big metropolitan city, it did take me about like a week or so to become like actually comfortable with using the metro. Okay, next question. What's my favorite part of being in a new city? This, hands down, 1,000,000% would be the people. I'm just such like an extroverted people person, so meeting people at cafes, the library, walking to class, in the metro, it's just super fun and interactive. I also really enjoy how much my Spanish has improved. So much. I can hold a conversation now. I'm like actually really proud of myself, and my friends at home are like, wait, that's good, and I'm like, yeah, I know. So I would definitely say my improvements on speaking Spanish and all the new really amazing people I've met. I'm gonna insert some pictures of all my friends that I've made here in these 6 weeks, and it's just super easy to meet people. Everyone wants to like have friends and just like have fun and stuff like that. So I would say those 2 things have been my favorite. So classroom structure and the way that different professors teach and instruct classes has been a little bit of a culture shock. For one, here they don't really like when you take notes on laptop. It's paper and pencil. Also, I would say classes are a little bit more interactive. So you cannot go to class and think you're just gonna sit in the back and not really say anything, because the professors will call on you. It's pretty small class sizes for me. All my classes are between, I would say, my econ class has about 10 people in it, and then my art class has about 25 to 30. So I would say they're a little bit different, but my classes are taught in English, so that's super easy to understand. And I would say it's not super difficult at all, no. Okay, I actually get this question a lot. And no, I did not need to know any Spanish before deciding to do this program. All classes are taught in English. All professors, teachers, anyone at the university can speak English. We have different foreign exchange students from other countries that are in class with me. So I have some people from Egypt, some people from China. That's really cool. And no, not all those people speak Spanish. I didn't speak a ton of Spanish, but that is an option for you if you want that completely immersive experience. I have friends that are in like advanced Spanish, where literally in class all they do is speak Spanish and like practice, and it's very conversational and things like that. So it's really up to you, but no, you don't need to have an extensive amount of Spanish before deciding to go abroad. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about some benefits and why I wanted to study abroad this summer and not for a full semester. The first being just the time. I'm super family oriented, and I knew if I stayed any longer I would really miss my family. So 6 weeks was like the perfect amount of time for me. A semester, you have to make sure your classes match up like pretty well so you get credit for all of it, versus a summer I was able to pick 2 classes that for sure counted for my major. And I was just excited about like being in Europe for the summer, all the traveling opportunities I would get and stuff like that. So for me, it made more sense to come this summer, but I think a semester would be really cool too. So this is actually the craziest thing ever. I decided to go completely alone. Super common, like not super unheard of, but the way I met my friends was super crazy. We all actually met in the airport the day we got here. We all landed and we're just kind of like, oh, are y'all with AIFS? We started talking, we hit it off, and we've been a group literally ever since. It's so crazy. But yeah, I met all my friends as soon as I got here. Everyone's just like super welcoming and like wanting to make friends. I would say a lot, like I would say half people come with groups and then the other half come alone. So I am super excited that I've came alone. I feel like I've grown a lot, made so many like lifelong friends. So no, I did not know anyone before I came here. Yes, this one kind of ties into that last question about public transportation and like how easy it is to navigate the metro. But I would say it is fairly easy to get around. You have the metro, you have the bus, and then you could always just order a taxi with an app called Free Now, which I can message me if you have any more questions, but there's multiple taxi apps and things like that. So yes, it's very, and you can walk. Barcelona is a very walkable city, so that's super nice. Okay, so overall vibe of the city. The best way I can describe Barcelona is carefree, like metropolitan meets beach town, because like I wouldn't say the attire here is like business casual by any means. Very casual, cute, like you can know, like sundresses, linen pants, beachy vibe, but it is still like that huge like metropolitan feel of things, like with the metro system and stuff like that. So I guess my overall vibe would be like metropolitan meets beach. So I came here by myself. I was the only student from the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga that decided to come to Barcelona for this summer session. However, my program's pretty large. There's about 80 people in our program, and half of those are students and the other half are interns. So as far as cost and expense, that definitely varies for each program to program, and when you decide to do it. So your program sessions are generally going to be a little bit less expensive because you're there for a shorter amount of time versus a semester. It's going to cost a little bit more. I was granted various scholarships through my university. I had outside scholarships, and AIFS does also offer scholarships. But if you think about what you're getting to say, you studied in Barcelona for 6 weeks. You're getting this exposure, this outside knowledge. You're getting college credit. I would definitely say it's worth it 100%. And if you have any more questions about like cost or affordability, please feel free to reach out to me directly. Okay everyone, I am logging off for the night. I just want to say thank you for all of your engagement and interacting with me on my day in the life, taking over the AIFS Instagram page. Good luck to all of you that want to study abroad. Please feel free to reach out to my personal account with any questions or concerns. Y'all have an amazing night. Buenas noches.